you know, how senseless, you know, what do you really benefit by having these animals who, if you don't have a history with them, how do you know they're going to cock off like this? You know what I mean?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's going to react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers. I have my pearl handle pistol cufflinks on, and today we're reacting to an Ewu Explore with us. So give them some love, although they don't need it because they're rocking that out like a rock star. So the title of our cold reaction today is Cops Discover Babysitter Being Eaten Alive in the Backyard. Number 87, Why I Don't Want to Be a Cop. Jesus Christ. Anyway, but before we get to this lovely episode, and we're on the channel that was so carefully crafted and curated by our former content genius, Michael Rivers, God rest his soul, we are represented and sponsored today by AskALawyer.com. AskALawyer.com is a very effective way for you to get legal advice without breaking the bank. Also, you're talking to a human being, not some Robotron AI person. You can't use AI to do legal work. I've come to that conclusion. When you do the AI stuff, it'll give you fake cases. Well, guess what? When you have a legal question, you go to a real person who says, no, I've had that experience before. Here's where you go. This is what you do. That's why you go to AskALawyer.com. You don't go to AI. They do have an AI component if you're doing your own legal research, and that's trained in all the 50 states. But you always got to check your work. You always got to do, the due diligence, and that's why AskALawyer.com is an effective way for you to get you to where you need to go. And if you did your own legal research, and guess what? You want to run it by somebody to check it, you've got a living, breathing lawyer to do that. So go to AskALawyer.com. Okay, this one is about 15, 20 minutes long. So why don't you buckle up and get your non-boxed wine ready to go and a small bowl of popcorn, and let's go.
They're like calling at him. I don't know what to do.
Watch that dog here. 3 of them. Back up, back up.
So cops don't like angry dogs. Neither do mailmen. If you own a dog, you're responsible for the conduct of that dog. So if you have a dog bite, I just actually settled a case for about $200,000, a dog bite case. I mean, they can be serious, and the cops don't hesitate to shoot a dog.
A sergeant is caught in a terrifying encounter as 3 dogs stand between first responders and the victim of their brutal attack. In the chaotic aftermath, the question becomes who the victim is and whether help came too late.
They were guarding her. Oh my God, dude.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. After 4 p.m. on November 21, 2025, dispatchers in Tyler, Texas receive a panicked call to 911.
And here's the other thing. If your dog has a history, that's worse. And if your dog had a history and kills somebody, you can be charged with manslaughter.
I showed up at my boyfriend's house to take the dogs out in the backyard, and I keep hearing the neighbor's dogs just screaming at the fence because our fence is kind of messed up. But now I'm looking through the hole, and they're literally, I think they're mauling at him. I think that's the neighbor. He's on the floor, and he's not talking back. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but my neighbor's a guy, so I'm guessing it's him, but they're like mauling at him. I don't know what to do. I'm a nurse. Ma'am.
Imagine the horror of that neighbor. You have a duty as a general neighbor and citizen to report crimes and emergencies when you see them. But the trauma that this causes is just crazy.
But I'm too scared to go over there. Okay, oh my God. The hair is short. I'm guessing it's a man, but honestly, it looks like they have leggings on. I don't know. It's something a woman.
Do you still hear the dogs?
They're like, I don't know, like whining.
That's because they're eating.
Sometimes, and then it gets silent, and then they're whining again.
All right. Well, do you hear your neighbor at all? Are they saying anything?
No, I mean, I yell, but, oh my God, I'm praying, I don't know.
So she's calling 911. So they dispatch, cops are going to come, and so is an ambulance, I'm sure. The first order of business in that respect is safety, for everybody involved. If that means putting the dog down, that means putting the dog down.
But what I saw wasn't what I saw. Maybe it's just a big old toy, a big human-sized toy. I don't know.
Big human-sized
The
toy.
deputies and ambulance should be headed there shortly, okay? Just call back on 911 if anything changes.
Okay, do you know how long?
I don't have an ETA. They weren't that far, so they're getting there as quickly as they can.
Okay.
A sergeant with the Smith County Sheriff's Office arrives just behind the local fire department, and together they rush toward the sounds of barking.
Generally, when you're dealing with dogs, and I've had a number of dog bite cases over the years, the dogs are a product of their owners, really. If you ever see a dog go like this, it's because they've been hit. My dog Juno, I never hit him. It's just like, you don't get anywhere by doing that. You get there with treats and, with encouragement, and eventually they come around to your way of thinking. All you do is breed resentment and, breed a mean dog. And a mean dog, guess what? If they bite once, you get one bite at the apple, kinda, but they do it again, the city comes down and puts your dog down.
Coming from the backyard.
I think he's dead, man. He's around here. Watch it. Watch that dog. Here. 3 of them. Hey, shoot him.
But with the victim sprawled out beneath the dogs, firing his weapon is too much of a risk. Instead, the sergeant runs to a gate on the other side of the house and radios for backup.
22, what's your location?
Where's Christy Nome when you need her?
22, where you at?
Honestly, when you look at this from a first responder standpoint, imagine the helplessness you feel and the urgency that you feel at the same time.
Be there in about 2 minutes.
Knowing the victim may not have 2 minutes, he quickly decides to go in alone.
County, you copy SMS traffic?
10-4.
And it raises the question, about breeds, whether Pitbulls are inherently violent. And I don't have the answer to that question because I'm not a dog expert. But I will have to say they are a product of their owners. And if they're aggressive and, one could probably assume that they've been mistreated.
Hey, left fire. No, I've got the gate open on the other side, but the dogs are mauling the body.
Unbelievable. So this homeowner is 100% responsible for the death of this babysitter. Babysitter, where's the baby? It's a babysitter eating alive in the backyard.
Hey, where are they at?
What I don't understand is why didn't he just put these dogs down right there? Pop, pop, pop.
Where are your people? They're on the fence. Still the fence? Yeah. Back up, back up!
The dog charges the sergeant and he opens fire, striking him multiple times. When it fails to stop him, he fires once more, and the dog collapses against the pavement. The sergeant keeps his gun aimed at a second dog, who sniffs his fallen companion.
You need another unit?
Dude, they were all eating on him. I know, but if we can get to them... We've got to get EMS care. Okay, get them there. That's 9 shots fired in the area of me. Hey, I've got an open door back here. They're good to pull him, yes.
Initially said the cops won't hesitate to shoot an animal. They don't want to, most of these cops probably have their own dogs. They know what they're doing, but safety first.
Back up! Don't do it. I can't find the door. close the door so we can... I'm working on it. Door's closed, yeah.
Now, what he probably doesn't know is who the person is on the ground and whether there's a baby inside there, or there's a child inside there. So when you're closing the door, I mean, he doesn't know really what's inside, what he's facing.
With one dog dead and the other two secured inside the house, backup finally arrives and joins the fire department as they work to pull the victim through to the other side of the broken fence.
Don't pull the fence down, don't pull it. Okay. There's still dogs. Okay. Cutting the board right here. There's nail cutting, catching her close. Yeah. Come on, I got it, yeah. Oh, nail. All right. He's out. We're out. We're good.
The victim, who appears to be a young woman, shows no sign of consciousness. Her body is severely mauled, with deep, gaping wounds on her arms and legs. While paramedics get to work, the deputy joins the sergeant in the backyard.
So that door was open. There's two other dogs inside. That one came after me when I opened the gate. The other one came running up to him, but took off inside. Okay. I do not know if there was anybody else in the house. I have no idea.
Given the 911 caller assumed the victim was the male owner of the dogs, the sergeant quickly locates her with an urgent question.
Hey, does he live alone?
I don't know these cars. I see a gray car, a silver car show up, and it's a guy and a wife and like a kid.
Okay.
That's all I've ever seen.
Okay. Does he live alone?
The guy here is the one that had all the dogs.
Him.
But that was a lady that lived there with a baby, and they got to fight over the dog before. Is it about a dog?
Yeah.
I know it is. I know.
It's about 3 dogs.
I know.
3 Pitbulls.
This one owned the dog, and their main dog.
My understanding is that nobody's been charged with a crime in this case. But with a dog with history, there could be a case made for manslaughter. Manslaughter is culpable negligence. And you have a little girl who's babysitting, and you got 3 vicious dogs. That's a recipe for disaster, especially for somebody who doesn't know how to handle dogs. You ever see what dogs do when you are acting timid or whatever? They get more aggressive, even if they're just playing. I'm saying that because I know somebody that is afraid of my dog, and he is about as gentle and sweet, but he nips right now. So, but the more she cowers and goes away, the more he wants to jump on her and say, oh, she's playing, And the more you are kind of take charge, and, if he's being like that, you grab him by the neck and you just, you redirect him and give him a treat, and he turns into a different dog.
Well, I'm very aware. They were mean dogs.
I heard them fighting about...
They weren't fighting, they were attacking somebody.
About a month ago.
Okay.
And the woman and the man having a confrontation.
Who owns the dogs over here?
Some lady has a baby that lives over there.
Where's she at?
Their home.
Do you know what she drives?
I don't know anybody.
Do you know what she drives, the cars you've seen?
No.
That's a fucking problem in today's society. You should know your neighbors. Shouldn't you? I mean, my neighbor, I've lived next to him for 30 years. And he is the nicest guy on the planet. He built an addition onto my house. And, my neighbor on the other side, I know him. But aside from that, I don't really know broadly, my neighbor. My grandparents used to know everybody on the block. And that's the way it worked. But we're so isolated these days with our devices and everything. And that's a safety issue, really. Hey, I saw somebody at your house. I know what's going. You know what's going on, and you're kind of connected as a community. We're not connected as a community like we used to be. We think we are because we got our devices and we can text, but that doesn't replace the human connection. And something like this is just awful to see.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Fearing they may have just trapped the 2 remaining dogs inside with a helpless baby, the sergeant and deputy armed themselves with rifles and returned to the house.
All right, well, let's go find the baby. Locked. Good? Yep. We're gonna clear the house. There's a lady and a baby who's supposed to live here. Dog.
Unexpectedly, a voice calls out over the home security system.
Hey, we're the owners.
Okay.
We're not home. We're out of the state right now.
Who's supposed to be taking care of your dogs?
Our babysitter.
Who's your babysitter?
Her name is Madison.
Okay, where's the baby?
She's with us. She is just taking care of our dogs while we were out of state.
Okay, so there's nobody here.
There's no one here at the moment now.
The sergeant instructs the couple to call the sheriff's office in the hopes they can confirm the victim's identity. In the meantime, he heads back to the neighbor's house to ease her concerns.
They're out of town. So them and the baby, everybody's out of town.
Oh, thank God. Thank Jesus. Good.
But the person they hired to come take care of their dogs got mauled.
Oh, that's
And
awful.
we were not able to get to her before.
I understand, honey. It's hard. But see, I knew them dogs had been fighting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But it wasn't a little bitty dog.
No, they were. None of them were little bitty.
While nobody may have been charged yet necessarily, the homeowners certainly have major liability here for the death of this young lady.
There's one less of them now because it charged after me.
They had to. Well, honey, I don't blame you.
Meanwhile, the other deputy speaks with the 911 caller, who grapples with the emotional aftershock.
I couldn't tell what I could see. I was just freaking out.
Yeah. No, that's understandable.
And I was like, I hope I'm wrong, but I still called either way. But
No, you did good. You did the right thing.
I couldn't keep looking if it was.
Yeah.
And I'm a nurse, so I feel bad because I could have, I don't know, maybe I could have done something, but
No,
I was too scared to go.
Calling us was the only thing that you could have done. Otherwise, that would have been bad for you. So.
Right, that's why I was scared. I was like, I can't go up there.
Yeah. So, yeah, calling us was the right thing.
Across the street, the sergeant learns more about the dog's history.
But I've heard dog fighting before. This ain't the first time.
And it's between this house and this house? Yeah, I wonder if they weren't going at each other. Do you happen to know what kind of dogs they have? Because all these are like Pitbulls.
Oh, it's their Pitbulls?
Mm-hmm.
I knew I saw a Pitbull out of the driveway one day.
Well,
then it's them.
That's the kind of neighbor that she gets into people's business.
It's them. I'm so sorry, baby.
It happens.
Yeah.
The dog's owners, Wilbert and Addison, finally reach a deputy by phone, and the heartbreaking truth of the girl's identity is fully revealed.
Okay, where are you located at right now, sir?
We're currently in Oklahoma. We're on our way back, though.
Okay. Who is supposed to be here to care for the animals?
Her name is Madison Hole. She's just supposed to go over there every couple hours and just check on them, but we haven't been able to get in contact with her yet.
That's laziness. Oh, go over there every couple hours and check on them, and probably a teenager, and you're going to really give that responsibility to somebody like that? Why not board your dogs properly? I'll tell you why. Because they probably don't have their vaccines, and they probably are not going to be allowed to be because they're fucking mean.
Madison Hole, she's supposed to take care of the dogs? Okay. About how old is she?
She's 23.
23?
Yeah, she went to college there, and she's going to college to be a teacher, so I'm not sure which college she goes to. Yeah, the dog broke out probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I texted her, and we haven't received a response, but I think she's in class.
The couple would later explain they met the college student, 23-year-old Madison Riley Hall, after posting an ad for a babysitter on Facebook. Madison had been babysitting their 3 children, all under the age of 5 years old, for the last 2 months, and they recently asked her to look after their 3 dogs while they were out of town. What the deputy doesn't reveal is that their description of Madison matches the victim, who is lying on the ground after a brutal attack carried out by the family's own beloved pets.
She alive? They're trying right now. They got the machine pressing her, doing the compressions, and they're going to hit her with a couple epis.
We haven't really evaluated her back. I mean, like right before y'all got here, we just got her drug out. She was face down.
Dog was guarding her, man. Say what?
They were guarding her.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
You think she had been back there for a while or something? Or?
I mean, not that old because she was still not. She wasn't cold and she was still able to move her.
Oh, okay.
And everything. That's why we're working her. But they all 3 had her right here. And just.
Oh man. Pitbulls.
3.
Despite their best efforts, there's nothing the paramedics can do, as Madison's injuries are far too severe. She's pronounced deceased on the scene, and the sergeant calls in to his superiors with an update.
Well, there is one less alive dog, and also, unfortunately, one less alive dog sitter.
And one of the things that the city will probably do is, or probably did, is look at whether or not to put the other 2 dogs down. My guess is that they would probably do that.
I don't know. I'm not willing to sit in the house and talk over a ring cam over some dogs that just ate somebody, so pretty sure I broke my foot, though. It's like was running and hit a hole.
Wilbert and Addison later told investigators their 3 dogs, named Bodie, Lola, and Afghani, were not known to be aggressive, though Lola could be, quote, territorial. Addison shared that Madison would often watch the dogs and children at the same time, and on several occasions they would come home to find one or more of the dogs cuddling with Madison on the couch.
Now, it looks like, I'll be real, it looks like a man because the body's just so torn up.
Yeah, 4 more on. Break them 4 more. Yeah.
You have your brachial arteries and your femoral arteries, and you nick one of those, I mean, very difficult to stop that bleeding.
Investigators later visited Madison's mother in person, giving her the most devastating news a parent could receive. Her mother showed them a video Madison sent several days earlier, in which she spoke about the size of the dogs, noting one of them weighed more than 100 pounds. In the video, Madison described the dog as, quote, defiant.
So I don't know why they did what they did.
I bet they did it over food, and she tried to break up the
fight.
Tried to
break up the fight.
Got it. Well, they saw you put the one down, and they were like, oh, I don't want to.
Oh boy, that.
Yeah, because the real big one backed off
That
when we
one
went
was
inside.
The mean-looking one.
According to police records, the last message Madison sent was to her boyfriend at 12:16 p.m., letting him know she was on her way to check on the dogs. The couple reviewed their home security cameras, noting that at 1:13 p.m., one of the dogs can be seen inside the home with blood on his side. Addison assumed that 2 of the dogs had gotten into a fight, but the truth was far more devastating. Unfortunately, the home cameras did not record anything that could clarify what happened, but given the timeline, investigators assumed the attack began roughly 3 hours before the 911 call.
3 hours. So she was dead for a while. And for civil liability, you only have to prove your case, slightly more true than not true. It's basically a probable cause standard. How senseless. What do you really benefit by having these animals who, if you don't have a history with them, how do you know they're going to cock off like this? You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have this young girl who doesn't probably weigh much more than one of the dogs.
Yeah, when I talked to the neighbor girl that actually called 911, she never heard like her calling for help or anything like that. She just heard the dogs like they're
fighting over each other. Or fighting each other over her, yeah.
Is maybe she was attacked and she was laying there, and every time she tried to get up, they would probably guard her. And they would, so she just stayed there laying there slowly.
According to police records, the sergeant received treatment at the hospital for a minor injury to his foot. As for the remaining dogs, they were later seized and euthanized.
Yeah.
Following a joint review by a Smith County Sheriff's Office investigator and the assistant district attorney, authorities determined that the dogs' owners had not violated any criminal statutes because they did not act with criminal negligence. The case was closed.
So criminal negligence is what they call culpable negligence. It's not just ordinary negligence. You have to have a conscious disregard for the danger and then acting with that conscious disregard. Think about it this way. You have a crowded sidewalk. I'm not meaning to kill anybody, but I'm going to drive up on the sidewalk anyway just to scare the fuck out of people. And all of a sudden they kill somebody. That's a conscious disregard of the risk of death or great bodily harm. And in this case, if she had been snuggling with the dogs and had history with the dogs, that would really negate criminal negligence. But it doesn't negate ordinary negligence, because in a criminal case, they have to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. In a civil case, it's just slightly more true than not true. The civil standard is far less. So when you have the homeowner's insurance policy that hopefully Madison's family goes after, it'll be a knockdown. I mean, they'll just cough up the policy limit, I would think.
Madison's mom created a GoFundMe to cover burial expenses, raising over $19,000. In the fundraiser, she shared that Madison was 6 months away from earning her bachelor's degree in early childhood education from the University of Tyler, adding that her daughter, quote, loved life with her whole heart and moved through the world with a free spirit that lifted those around her.
Oh, my heart goes out to that family. What a bad way to die, though, honestly, being mauled by dogs, by pit bulls, so that you don't have a chance. Have you ever seen a pit bull and their fucking heads? I mean, they're all mouth. They're all jaw. They're all teeth. Yeah, and you got 3 of those coming at you. She had no shot. She had no chance. You know, I know some dogs get really aggressive when you try to take their food or even if you try to break up a fight between 2 dogs. And you got a little girl like this, just in the prime, just starting out life, in the formative years of her life, just to be mauled and taken down by some shitty dogs. It's like, you know, I mean, and I'm sure the homeowners, you know, I don't know anything about them, obviously, and I'm sure they feel horrible. I mean, they seem to have struck up a nice relationship with her, but not much you can do about it. You know, it's just one of those sad, unfortunate things. So our prayers would go out to the family, and that be that. So not really a funny episode, is it? When somebody gets mauled by fucking dogs. Jesus Christ. So that's our reaction to Babysitter gets mauled by pit bulls. And the cops, you know, this Ewo does a good job of these. And so make sure you give them a little love. So we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Click the notification button so you get notified when we have a video. And sign up for Patreon. And we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, police is at my god.